Alright. Let's see if it'll actually go live this time. Because last night I went live. And I told it to go live. And I built a whole new power grid. But for some reason the stream wasn't streaming. I gotta remember, I gotta like double, triple, quadruple check that the stream's going. So what I did last night while I was streaming, but it wasn't actually going, is my whole power plant, it's gone. And now I have this blueprint for a modular thing. And this is my setup. It's pretty dope. So one pipe, it has a 300 flow rate per second. So one pipe will be able to come through and it'll connect to another over there, another two. So I can have two extractors that hook up and then run into one lane to feed 4 of these. It'll be 2, and then, because there's not enough space in my blueprint, 2 more. And what I need to do now, well, I guess more of want to do now, is I want to go and I want to expand my coal power plant. So I have enough coal to run a whole bunch of them over there. And there's that big old lake, so I don't got to worry about water. And let's make sure the blueprint is actually saved. Yep, tileable coal reactor. So I can clear blueprint designer. I will take all of this. And I'm going to need 4 of those. If I go into blueprints, and I go to coal reactor, and I drop 4. I have enough to build all of them. I should probably pick up some rods and then some plates, just so I have enough of everything. Oh wait, I don't have enough cable. Wait, why in the... Okay, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. There's cable. I'll pick up some basic plates, and I'll pick up some reinforced plates. Actually, let me put all this solid biofuel down, because I don't need it, and it's just taking up space in my inventory. And I'm gonna need 4, I think. So we can now we can get rid of this. Actually, let's leave that there. And then if I go into builder, I'm gonna need production water extractor. I think I'm gonna need 4 of these. Rotors and copper sheets. I'm gonna need a lot of copper sheets apparently. So let's hop in here. I think here are my copper sheets. Here are my copper sheets. Let's go grab some rotors. Let's see. These are rotors. Yep. My storage is working. Then I'm going to need another miner Mark II. So I'm going to need some pipes, another 1 portable miner. And then we'll go run and grab some pipes. That's not pipes. This is pipes. This is pipes. And that should be another 1 portable... Or not portable. Mark II miner. There we go. So that should be able to fill another 8. Can I slide? I guess not. And I will show y'all where I built this reactor last night. While I was not streaming, but I was trying to stream. All the way up here, we follow this power line, which is just really nifty. I really like how I can just have 1 power line, or like 1 power grid that's like a mile away. Because I know like the way other games would work is if I try to build something that's like functional, that's way over here, far away from my base, this won't work. Like this will be unloaded, it wouldn't exist. We're just gonna drop in the water so I don't die. And this is currently my power plant. As you can see, it's really loud, and 2, it actually looks pretty nice. I got it pretty close to optimal, I think, like math-wise with the pipes. but it's not very optimal with, like, space. But that's okay, because I think I can... Where do I want it? It takes up so much space. I don't know where I can put another... We could just go up. That is always an option. We could go up. How much concrete do I have? Alright, yeah, concrete I think would be the biggest limiting factor to be building upwards. Let's see, if I build some walls. But look at those stacks. I'd be kind of... Yeah, I don't want the stacks to be going through the building. Yeah, that would look kind of ghetto. So I want to think about how I want to do this, because I don't have an insane amount of space. Let me go around and just stick some walls on the ground layer. Get rid of that. Not at all what I wanted. Actually, what do I need for these? I need silica, and I don't currently have enough quartz to just make infinite silica. So if I do that, and I do this... Can I even connect one? Let's try this. If I connect that... So this is fully contained. Now, it'd be really nice if I can get some kind of a door, or like a partial wall or something, so that eventually I can have this, and it's not going to be clipping through the wall, you know? I think with pipes it looks better because there's no exposed ore. We would need to go... Oops. We would need to go 3 high to stop clipping, but we would still be clipping with the stacks up there. I think let's just do that. We'll go 3 high here. And if we're going 3 high, we can just have... This will be an entrance, and if I need to look at or troubleshoot anything, I can come in here and take a look. I need to get roofs real soon. Roofs and like angled walls so I could build a roof. That would be nice. And let's come in here and let's do... I want this to look... I don't want this whole thing to be bright blue. This cyan. Because this is a power plant, you know. It's not a factory. It shouldn't be sitting here looking all that nice. So we're going to go around, we're going to make all of this, all these walls, we're going to make them black. And then I think we're going to resort to, oh yeah, this is going to look way better. And we're even going to go, we're going to do the lines. Now I want to leave the water pipes. But I want to do these lines all in like this industrial orange. I think it'll look real nice. And then even for that, even for this, and even for that. So like you come over here and it just feels far more industrial. And we'll even go ahead and do this. We'll hit these with it. Did not want to hit the water pipe. Pipeline swatch. We'll fix the pipeline. And I might go through a couple of different iterations on the pipelines. Or at least on the color of the pipelines. Alright, what did I miss? It looks like I didn't miss... I missed a couple of conveyor belts. Yeah, I already got that. I missed that one. Missed that one. And we're going to set this floor back. That's not even in. Aha, foundations. Alright. Now I wonder if there's a way to make it so when I place an item, it automatically... Let's see. Is there... Nope. There's not a way to quickly do the walls in the color I want. So that was... Okay. What I might even do is I might add some texture to this. I want to try something with just this. That does add some texture, as you see. But I know what we'll do. We will. I think we'll do it at the top. So we'll do all these around, and then when we get to the top level, that third wall there, we'll put a basic wall around, and then that will make orange, and that will add a little bit of texture to the building so that it doesn't just look like one massive block. I mean, it's going to be one massive block. That's all this building's going to be. Can I get... There we go. But let's go into Customizer, and let's... What swatch is it? Yeah, that is swatch 2. But then if we go into here, one that's actually orange, go into here, and we actually hit the right spots, we add that little tiny bit of detail to make the building look nice, which that's important to me. I don't know if that's the color I want to use. I could use any color. I wonder if red might look nice. That red's a little too dark, I think. What if we just go back to the blue? I don't think I like that. It doesn't feel industrial enough. What about this? No, it just feels like something you should stay away from. Like you don't want nothing to do with that building. Which is, I mean, that's exactly it. You don't want nothing to do with this building. So let's go ahead and let's use that. Let's go back to Builder. We'll grab the basic small wall, and we'll just bring all these across. And that'll be the beginning of layer 2. We got to build all these walls all the way up. Which I got the feeling with how many... Ooh. Oh yeah, that is going to be a problem for there. I guess we'll have to stack right there. Why am I not in walls? We're going to have to stack a couple of the smaller walls to make up the difference in heights between this bottom section and that top section, which is totally fine, totally doable. This is going to be a monstrosity when I'm done with it. I do like how I put these walls up, and it's, at least it feels like, it's actually dampening the noise from all the power it's generating on the inside. Alright, so there's all those walls. And now this basic wall come across. And to level these out, I think I'm gonna have to stack walls like that. Yeah, I'm gonna put 4 walls like that to make this whole side even with that side. That is not ideal, and will eat up so many plates and so much concrete. Can I turn? I guess I can't turn. Stick those up. You know what would be helpful? I can go ahead right now and I can stick a foundation on the inside. And I can get up there. Now let's go ahead and do that, because that will help me out tremendously instead of having to walk around the outside. So let's... I bet I can just, yeah, hop up here and then hop up top. Nope. But what I can do, I can build another foundation over here, and then I can just ladder up. And oh my god, it's so loud in here. I guess I can't ladder there. Let's ladder there. And now I can just climb. Look at that. Alright. What am I doing? I'm misclicking everything. Let's not do that. Alright. Foundations. All across. Foundation, foundation, foundation. Don't go in the wrong spot. That'd be awesome. Foundation, foundation, foundation. Alright, and now I can more easily get to these walls. And I ran out of plates. That's probably going to be my limiting factor is... I don't have... I might have a stockpile of plates, but I think they're being turned into reinforced plates pretty quickly. I'll have to go back to base and we're going to check that out. I like how fucking quiet it is now. It is so loud down there. It's ridiculous. Although that actually is starting to look pretty nice. I might move around those water pumps so they're not so... Like, they're just so, like, claustrophobic around that rock. Yeah. Nope. I'm live. Alright, so if we check... It's always this big guy. This big guy just has never left my factory. He's just been wandering around constantly. Yeah, if we check this, this is not running at 100% efficiency. So yeah, I do have plenty of plates. I know I have a ton of concrete. Let me grab a few more stacks of rods. Apparently I need... What am I even using rods for? Grab a stack of 16. That was... Yeah, what have I been spending rods on so far? I don't even know. Yeah, what building was using rods? Oh, I built a ladder. That ladder used rods. That's the only thing that used rods. So I had just enough rods in my inventory to build that ladder and then not have enough rods to finish up my coal extractor. Or my coal reactor and my water extractors. Alright, can I get up there? Thank you. I think something we probably should do is eventually get one of those truck pads to come down here so I can autopilot myself over here and not have to... What am I... Okay. And not have to run here every single time all on my own. It'd be a little more convenient. And you know what? There's probably a... Because I don't like the way that looks at all. And there's a better way... There's a better way to do that. Now, it's... Unselect that. This is gonna be... big use of time. But I care about my build here looking nice. So we're going to delete all these. Actually, we're going to delete the second layer as well. We're going to delete all those. Here's my idea. And delete these. We're gonna grab the basic wall. We're gonna do a basic wall. Then we're gonna do the tall wall. Then we're gonna do a small wall. And then we're gonna do a big wall. Then all we have is the one, and that looks a little bit better. It actually looks a lot better. Yeah, no, that looks a lot better. Not even a little bit. That looks so much better than the big stack of walls. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that all the way down. So we're gonna delete all those. And we're gonna basic wall. Short basic wall. All the way across. There we go. Now we do the taller basic wall on top of that one. If I can place them in the right place, that'd be awesome. Basic wall, basic wall. We have to fix this side. And we'll do the exact same setup. We'll go basic, short wall, basic wall, and then up on the top there, I think there's two. Yeah, there's two of those. Let's go ahead and let's color in this whole side, because I got this whole side done. Let's go and color in this whole side. Oh, and you could barely tell now. Look at that. Yeah, you can hardly tell. Now, which color did I use? Was it this one? I think I used the concrete color. Yeah, I think I used this, the concrete coloring, for that line across. That is a little dark. That is very dark. I wonder if that would stand out more. No. I think maybe the orange was the best way to go. Yeah, let's go back to the orange. Because then this does look industrial. Like, you look at it and you think, yeah, I probably don't want to hang out over here by all these power plants. We're gonna not play kick the rock in front of the power plant. Alright, now we can go finish this backside, and then we color in the backside. We'll grab our short wall all the way across. We keep going. If I can find a snap point. And we grab our taller wall. And we put that on top of there. If I can. If I can place it. There we go. Yeah, I think it's about time to go back up top. Or at least on this side. Before I put another level. Because it's a little high to be doing this on the ground. But this I'll be able to do. I'll be able to do this side. We'll do those. I did that wrong. I need another short wall. And then we can put the taller. Yeah, thanks. That's exactly where I wanted to put that. Alright, now we put these two basic walls. We can color in this whole side. Now we can go grab that orange on swatch 6. Alright, now we'll go back inside. And we'll do that last wall. Brother, it's so loud in here. It's so loud. Alright. Builder and put this last basic wall all the way across. We'll color all... Actually, I don't want to accidentally be coloring my factories. It might have been better to color everything on the outside. Yeah, because I think I just hit a pipe with that. Did I? I may not have. Yeah, I'm gonna hop outside to color in this wall because I'm stressing too much about trying to not color the rest of it. Can I jump? Can I get through? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I missed all that. I missed those. I missed all these. I think I just hit that pipe. So let's hit you back to the regular pipeline colors. Okay, yeah, I could hardly... There's 2 of those that need to be put up. I could hardly see that on the outside, or on the inside. But we're going to go try to fill that in. So let's hop up. Oh, I love how far away I can build. This is actually... This is the ideal thing to do, is to build it from way over here. Look at that. Now I just need to leave the gap in this foundation, at least for now. It will eventually be replaced. How, I don't know. But somehow. We can grab our walls. We'll wall across. Alright, now back to swatch 2 for those. Make sure not to hit my machines. I missed one right there. And now swatch 6. And we will color in the detail. Alright, now that from the ground is, yeah, that's gonna look pretty good. Like when we go up, back up towards the base, and we look down at this, it's gonna look like a real factory. Or not factory, power plant. Alright, now let's go up. And we will set in all the foundations, and then we'll build our next layer of power. That should give us 1,200 units of power, which will double. And then I can put a 3rd layer, and I'll have triple the power. But we don't need that much power right now. We'll do that later. But there are 3 coal veins, so I can do that. Yeah, let's not do that. Can I go up? There we go. And we'll do this. And that. And all of these. Now, I hope I can get these stacks to be lined up so that it kind of looks like it. They like feed into each other and become one big stack that will exit the factory at the top, or the plant at the top. I think that would be pretty cool. Otherwise, I just have this weird clipping issue that I'm probably never going to deal with. Alright, blueprints. Tileable rat. Before we do that, I need to come into organization and build a lookout tower so that I can see what I'm doing while I place that. Because I'm going to be way too close if I build that just standing on the floor. Blueprints. Tileable reactor. Now, let's start over here, actually. Is that all the way... Let me think about this. I need to... Another object's clearance. Can I really not build these on top of each other? I think I really can't. How come over here I was able to build it? Ah, okay, so the stacks will be getting in each other's way. Damn. Well, I built this whole encased second floor, and it was all for naught, essentially. I'd have to bring it all the way up above the stacks. Oh, come on. Out of all the things to not be able to clip into... Hold on. There's gotta be some way for me to do this where if I drop these down here, yeah, I'm over the edge, and I don't want to be over the edge. Yep. So you got to worry about the stacks. I think I'll leave this here. Unfortunate. I will have to build another one of these buildings, and I don't. I was about to say I don't know if I have the space, but honestly, I think I have all kinds of space. I just build it over the water. Let's do that. I'm gonna count how many foundations I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 by 9. So we just build another 6 by 9 building over here. Over the water, and we're gonna be set. So I bet that would fit 6 across. Let's use the big foundations. Just because they cost the same, and they'll probably look a little nicer. Can I stick this so it's like kinda in the rock? There we go. This will be an easy 9 across into the water. Brother, what are we doing? And I'm going to be very surprised if I can't fit 6 across here. That's 3, so we just need to double it and give it to the next guy. That's 6. Yep, so 6 fits. Now the question is, can I make this look like it's not floating now? Can I put 1 underneath? Can I do that? Let's say I build a ramp. Can I then stick a foundation underneath the ramp? I can, look at that. Yeah, we're gonna stick some foundations so that these don't look like they're floating. So it looks like it's, you know, built. We're gonna run out of plates again. I can feel it. We're gonna run out of plates again. Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. And to build super quickly, this is what we're gonna do. And we just do that. It's like infinite range Minecraft style. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so this is the same size of that last one. And now for this one, we can put 4 extractors over here. So let's put 1 and 2, and then we'll have the same thing just next to them. 1. Okay, these things are way bigger than I expected. We will probably do 1 and then 2. And then those 2 will hook up and they'll run right into the middle, and those 2 will hook up and they'll run right through the middle. Now we can build that lookout tower so I can see what I'm doing from a distance while I drop this blueprint. So I need 4 of these blueprints to be built. I need to make sure I'm... because the input's over there. Let's make sure we're lined up on that side first. We're lined up on that side. And now... you let me... so I can't hold control and line up things, but I can just barely see... where's the hide UI button? I know there's a hide UI. Hide HUD T. All right, cool. So now I can see where those line up, and that is that lined up. Now I just need to flip this whole thing around and do the exact same on this side. Although now I can't even. I wonder if we come over here if it'll be a little easier to see. I think I can hop. If I hop up here, yeah, onto that beam, and then over here, I'll be able to jump up. Can I get any higher? No. Need to. Actually, I should line these up with these. That's what I should do. Is just line these up in a way where I can just put I can remove this whole conveyor belt and then tie this conveyor belt into the other one. So I think I'm just gonna line them up like that. And I just missed jumping to the other building. Hop up here, and then we'll just line this one up with the other one. Is that lined up? I need to be on this side. I can't believe I just barely missed that again. Come on, dog. Use your legs. That is lined up. There we go. So now to wire it all together, I'm going to remove this splitter, this conveyor belt, this splitter, this conveyor belt, this splitter, you two. So now we have one manifold of materials that come in. We have the splitters that will come out directly into both sides. Now the two of those. Let's try to make this look a little nice. We'll have that. That's not even. Hold up. I'm gonna make this in line. So let's do one pipeline support. You wanna go? Can this line up to that pipeline? Why are we not? There we go. So now, if that goes there... What? I thought you was lined... Okay. I guess it is kind of lined up. And then we can just wire that in. Just throw a T-junction on the side of... that side. And then we can run that pipe. Now we need to connect... this and that. Then we do the same thing over here. We're gonna run. Oh, that pipe ends right there. That's perfect. Run that over there. I'll grab one T intersection, throw it way down there, and run that pipeline over there. All right. Now all we need to do is provide power, which is here. Look at that. We can tie right into here, actually. We'll tie right in. We'll have one right at the beginning of the base. And then that can tie in there. That will tie into that one. That will tie into that one. U to U. And then this can be dropped right on the edge, which will tie into the two of those. And then we need another one for the two of those. Alright, now this should be flowing. I think it's like... what is it? It's 120 a minute, so it's 150. Not 150. It's over 200. And then each side, it's 240 a minute. And each of these take 50 water a minute. So yeah, the four of those is just fine. Now I need to go supply coal. Let's go. I missed one. Look at that. I missed one. Let's go. Plot that in. Now, I'm not going to spend the time building a big box around that. I only did that because we were gonna build a second layer to it, but we ended up not. Can I do the slide? So what I need to do is I need to scan for some coal. I think it's over here. Yeah, it's right here. Oh, we got some tard over here who wants to fight me. Cool. Production Mark II miner. Need to grab some power. I don't know why I didn't run over here with the power line. That would have just made too many sense. Where did you go? Right there. It's like hidden back here. Look at that. Now we just grab our conveyor belt and we run it back. Now I do want to kind of make it look nice, so we're going to run it like along the edge. What am I? Oh, I need some more reinforced plates. Let's go grab some of those. Go grab some reinforced plates. About to be asking why those say they have no power, but the red doesn't mean they have no power currently. The red means they have no coal currently. They're offline. They're not generating any power. And honestly, I can do that again. I can put so many of those all around this lake. I have so much space for so much power down there. That is, unless that lake runs out of power, I think we're chilling. I think we're mad chilling. Oh, what up, dude? Lizard dog. Look at that. In every game, you gotta be able to pet the dog for whatever reason now. It's just a thing. It's a thing we gotta be able to do. All right. Let's come in here. We have the Oompa Loompa fucking dude over here who is always in my workshop. And we will grab some plates. Grab some plates. We'll just overload on plates because we're gonna need quite a few of them to run that conveyor belt. Now we just run back. But hopefully, once I'm done with this, I can worry about making something else and not have to worry about that again. And I think after this, we have those, what are they called, modular frames that I keep needing. I'm going to build a factory to make those modular frames. It's over here. Yeah, I should have been following the line. I went off all on my own. Yeah, this whole thing is just floating on the water. But you can hardly tell. It's just this side that I was worried about. Alright, conveyor belt. Bring this conveyor belt over. Wait, is it loaded? Oh yeah, it is loaded. Just hard to tell because it's all coal. Alright, there we go. So now this should double my... In just a second, once these all populate and they all start running. We just gotta wait a minute. This should double my electricity output. Why are these yellow now? Is that because the water's full? I wonder if the pipes are all full. They go yellow. That's what I'm guessing. Alright, let's watch this production. Our production? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's just climbing. 750. It should be 1200 by the time all of these kick on. And actually, it was kind of terrifying because our max consumption was higher than our capacity. Alright. Come on. Now because I'm running a manifold and not a splitter, is going to take some time. I think for my next one, I'll run a splitter, or a balancer, so it's called. And I'll run these in the same direction, because the blueprint. And I'll have half of this line break off and go to that side. Why is this off? No power. You should have power. What? Wait, hold on. That should be hooked in. That is hooked in. Okay, y'all are all hooked into the grid. How is this not going? You use 15 coal a minute. Oh, you have no water. Oh! I forgot. Logistics. Pipelines. I forgot to hook these two pipes together. There we go. Yeah, that one has water. For some reason it says it has no power. I forgot. Oh, man. Okay. I forgot. I gotta hook those together. Okay, there we go. We should now... All of them should be running. Let's watch our power grid. 900, 975. It's climbing. It's climbing. 1,050. It should max out at 1,200. Why is it going down? Why is our production going down? We have no fuel. I think it's just a matter of... Oh, and one of these isn't even hooked up. What am I doing? And it could very well be a matter of using a manifold. Your factories that use manifolds will just take longer to populate and run at maximum efficiency. So essentially, if you use a manifold, it takes longer to boot up. If you use a balancer, it boots up essentially all at the same time because everything's getting an equal amount of the resources. But as you can tell, half of the resources are going to those first two. Well, like I said, I guess 2/3 of the resources are going to those first two. So by the time it comes down here, this is getting so few coal that this needs to be over capped, which is getting there before this one will even be running fully. So it's going to take a minute for all of the machines to turn on. As you can see, this one is now... This machine is overcapped. Which means... Why isn't this one overcapped? Well, it's getting there. I gotta make sure all the belts are working. I don't want another situation where one of them isn't hooked up. See, one coal finally went through and it goes to that one. So this one will briefly turn on, but then it's gone. So it just takes a while to populate. And I think while we sit here and look at these, let's come in and we will make all of this the right color. And we'll do the same thing to the coal line. I guess that one's too far away. Oh, no, don't do that. Yeah, I don't want the pipelines, or not the pipelines, but I don't want the pipes to change color. But I want all of these to be orange, because this is a power plant. It should look like a power plant. Alright, is that all of them? I think it's all of them. I think all we gotta do now is get unstuck, is run back and color in the rest of this. And if we color that, color this, color our coal production. Awesome. Alright, everything is colored in like a power plant. So now we have 2 power plants. And let's check. So that one's still not running. I guess it's going to take just that long. Yeah, we are just massive fluctuations in our production. It's going to take that long to fully populate. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, these aren't even full at the moment. But those two are full. And then these two have to be full. And then these two have to get full. So it's just going to take a minute for the manifold to really populate and get all of those working. But once it's done, once they are full, it should be 1,200 capacity. 1125. That's up there. Alright, let's go home and let's just work on something else while that populates. And let's take a look. Look at that. It's kind of crazy down there. And I almost just dumped myself in the water. I do have one more coal vein over there, so I can throw in another power plant before I have to worry about not being able to produce anything. And I want to harvest this Caterium ore. It's been sitting here the whole time. I've been running back and forth, and I think it's about time I collect it. And I think the next thing to do, let's scan for iron, but I think that's iron in the distance I see. Yeah, that's iron in the distance. I mean, there's some over there, some over here. Yeah, of course, is going to be the angry boy. Alright, yeah. Let's see. Impure. I don't really want to work with two impure nodes. Let's go check out the two that are over there. Let's see what these are. Another impure. Impure. Well, I mean, I could use a bunch of impure and then build a factory in the middle that uses all of these, because there's 5 right here. And all I need for modular frames is iron, I think. Let's see. Modular frames. Yeah, all I need is iron. It's just iron rods, reinforced iron platings for modular frames, and I'm right above my current base. So let's actually go and use the 5 of those. And I think we're going to end up building this backwards. I think we're going to start with assemblers and figure out how many assemblers we need. I'm going to start with miners, actually, because I want to figure out how many miners how many ore per minute do I get out of running one tier 2 miner on an impure iron vein. Watch. It's going to be 60. It's going to be 60. Maybe 90. But it's going to be not a lot. Where were they? I think 1... Was it down there? Yeah, it was down there. Production. Oh, I need more of the concrete reinforced steel beams. Let's go ahead and drop down here. And that's something else I need a factory for. Concrete reinforced steel beams. In fact, probably time to move all my concrete back over. Yeah. Let's move some of this concrete back into my storage over here. So much concrete. And let's go build some of that. Where is it? Encased industrial beams. That's what they're called. I don't even know how many I need. And honestly, my inventory is becoming out of a mess. Like a whole bunch of a mess. So it's probably time to sort out my inventory after I build this next next miner and I start figuring out what I want to do. Or maybe I just leave everything in my inventory because I'm going to need a lot of it for, like, yeah, the assembler and whatnot. We go back up here. Come over here. And grab the miner. Valid placement. I do have to break up the rock. Let's do that real quick. There we go. Miner mark 2. 60 ore. Okay. What if I overclock? 90. Okay, so an impure vein is really bad. Impure vein is terrible. So the two of those would make 120 ore a second. Wow. Well, okay. Can I please start sliding? There we go. I have 5 of them, so that would be 170, right? No. $210? Wait, what am I doing? 60 times 5. 300. What if it's 90 times 5? 450, okay. I could make 450 iron a minute up there. If I overclock all of them, which I think I might have enough bugs to be able to do that. Well, let's think about it. Let's make 60 a minute. Let's do... So that's overclocked. It's 3 iron frames a minute. Let's... We gotta make... To make 60 a minute... Wow. We would need a lot of these. We would need 30 of these. 30 assemblers to make 60 a minute. What are we doing? How much does it cost to make 30 assemblers? I don't think we're going to be making 30 a minute. Oh, actually, it wouldn't even take... It doesn't actually take that much. It's the biggest thing is space. 120 rotors for 30 assemblers? Actually, let's make that 0. What if we go into blueprints? The assembler, Mark 1, tileable. And we want to make 15 of these. It would take 945 reinforced iron plating, which I don't think I currently have. It would easily take, yeah, 100 and... Do I have that many iron plates just on hand? I do. Look at that. I would just need some cables, which I know I have cables. Do I have? I actually do have. Alright, let me drop... Don't think I need those. Actually, I do need some iron rods. I need 1 stack of iron rods. Don't think I need any screws, so we can get rid of all these screws. Do I need concrete? I do need concrete, but not 2 stacks. You don't even have 2 stacks. I will drop... Where? There are the beams. Drop the beams, drop the pipes. Drop the steel rolls. Don't need any of those. Alright. These... Oops, going the wrong way. Yeah, 945 and then a shitload of cables. Cool. I can build. Yeah, I can build 30 of those. But the space is going to be the biggest worry for that. I want to find out how much space is 30 assemblers going to take up. But then I also got to figure out if I even ton of space. This whole area down here is going to become factory. Let me just start building a building. Yeah, I'm just going to start building this out. We'll build a building. Let's not do that. This will cover this entire workable area that we're gonna have. And this will be the space for this factory. I bet that's enough space for just the assemblers. Let's take a look at the blueprint of how big this... Oh, I don't even need 15 of these. I mean, 15 would be more, because there's 3 in each of these. Let's see. I need 30 divided by 3. 10. Why did I need to... I'm just like defaulting to just not using my brain for math. 30 divided by 3. I could... What the fuck am I doing? Pulling up a calculator for that. I'm just turning my brain off because I have it right there in the game. But if I do this... Yeah, that's gonna hardly be enough space. Can I get thing... Okay. That's what this is for. The lookout tower. That's exactly what this is for. So I can be not right up... I'll need another foundation on that side. That's fine. That's totally fine. It's not... I don't like how it's floating. It's not fine, but it's okay. We're chilling. I actually don't even know which way the inputs and outputs are going. Let me check that. Oh, so everything's coming in this way, which is totally fine. We can ignore that. Those ore veins right there. The outputs are also going that same way, which is also totally... It's totally workable. It's workable. It's not fine, but it's workable. I've already dedicated to sticking these down. All right, let's see. Blueprint. Oh, can I... The biggest problem right here is not... Is that lined up? The tool's kind of in the way. Alright. I think that makes it lined up, is it? Yeah. Yeah, and those are all lined up. All we gotta do is drop another foundation on this side to encase the... Oh my god! Alright, we're gonna delete this, and this, and this. We're gonna delete these. I don't like how it's on the outside of our building here, and then we ran out of ground, essentially. So I only have the 6. Not mean to delete my floor. Actually, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. 7 across we have. And let me see how many do we need? We need 3 reinforced iron plates a minute, and I have 7 of these. 3 times 7 is 18. No. $21. So we only need 21 a minute to feed this whole side. Which, that seems very doable. Because that would be 42 a minute if I doubled it. So I put this exact same thing on this side. Yeah, that's easily doable. That is the most doable thing I've ever done. What about iron rods? Let's see how many iron rods a minute we're going to need. 12 per minute. Now, 12 times 7 I don't know what the fuck that is. 12 times 7. 84. I would need 84 a minute to feed this whole side. Well, from just this, what I can tell you is there's few enough assemblers that I could just run a manifold into all these. And I might do that. I might just do this one side, the 7 of these. I don't need to make the world's biggest factory for every single one of these. 'Cause I'm gonna need, honestly, probably a ton of factories for a ton of the assembler parts. Oh yeah, this comes all the way over the edge. That's totally chilling. And this is just assemblers. Let's line up conveyor belt, because these move 120 a minute, and I need 84 on just this one line to make iron rods. You know what we'll do? We're gonna delete this. We have the first... Let's make it the first 4. The first 4 will be hooked in together. And there we go. Oh, wait. That goes into there. What am I doing? Let's do this. Well, this conveyor belt like going that way. Yeah, let's just leave the splitter just to make it easy. Let's splitter that, and then we'll conveyor belt this in. Now I wonder if can I safely delete this and reconnect it? I can. Cool. So when we have our actual initial input, this needs to be hooked up as well. I probably need to hook another one of these up somewhere around here. Yep, this one needs to be hooked up. So when we have our initial inputs, what we'll do is I might need more space for it. Actually, I can just run it like right there. We're gonna stick a splitter right at the beginning. I don't think I can hook that up there. We'll have one input that comes through and goes right down, and then we'll have this one, which will... You do a 90 degree and then come back. There we go. And this is going to come all the way down to here and connect in. I need this to go away. It will connect in here. Please, game. Are you unable to do a 90 degree turn here? What are we doing? What are we doing? What? You can't... Okay. Okay, hold on. So this is totally unable. So let's do that. Do this. Bring this closer. Alright, there we go. Same thing as the other side. What's with, like, noticeable line? Okay. Don't care. And that'll just help this spool up faster, and we'll put rods here. Yeah, rods will go down here. We need more rods. Then we need... I mean, I could do the same thing for this as well. Which, I mean... Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to stick... We're going to assume that this input is going to come this way. Which means we'll build... Down there, we'll build factories that will output our stuff to come all the way down here to feed into this side. Seems kind of inefficient, but that's okay. So now we have this line, which will have the last 3 of them right here. How would I hook these up? Actually, I don't think there's an easy way to do it with the way these conveyor belts go over. There probably is. There probably is a way to do it. I'm just not going to mess with it at the moment. Because we can just make so many plates so fast. Actually, can we? How fast can we make plates? Let's see. Reinforced plates, 5 a minute. So that means if we have another line of assemblers on the other side of this making the plates, we would... Modular frame. We need 3 a minute. What if I overclock? I can make 12 a minute with 1. And that means I could feed 4. I can feed 4 of these with 1. So which really means I would need 2 of them. I would need 2 assemblers. But how much would that take? Do I have enough? Let's stick all those in there. It would take 75 iron plates a minute and 150 screws per minute. I can't give this 160 screws per minute. But I can do this. I can't do 10 a minute. Which means I could feed 3 of these. Which means I would need 3 assemblers to assemble screws together. Or, yeah, screws and plates together. Or if I do 1, it'd be 7. And at 7, if I only overclocked it to be... We do 6? Yeah. We need 72 and 36 iron plates a minute, which I think it's totally doable. Let's drop a constructor. How many plates a minute can this make? It makes 20 plates a minute. What if I overclock it? How many plates a minute? It can make 40 a minute. Look at that. Or I can just make 2 of them. So if I have 4 of them, I'd be making 80 a minute. This would need, if I fully overclocked it, it would need 75 a minute. So if I had 4 constructors, I can feed 1 of these. And I think that's exactly what I'll do. Oh wait, yeah, no, but I can't make 150 screws a minute. That's the bottleneck. I think I'll just do this. I can have 3 constructors feeding 1 assembler. That 1 assembler would also need 120 screws per minute. But screws are like 40 a minute from 1 constructor, I believe. Let's see. Select recipe screws. It takes 12.5 per minute, and it makes 50 screws a minute, actually, not 40. How many? 30 a minute. Well, let's just expand our foundations, and I'm just going to start building the constructors, I think. We can worry about smelting all that in a minute. I think, oh, concrete. Need more concrete. I think another blueprint I want to do eventually is a concrete blueprint. Is that a cave? No, that is not a cave entrance. Oh, it is a cave entrance. Anything in here? There is stuff in here. Oh, look at that. A little glowing thing. Let me pick up the glowing thing. Oh, does this go back to that that cave entrance down here? Oh, yeah, it does.
A familiar pattern is emerging in your brain.
Yeah, another thing I want to do is
assess yourself for signs of concussion.
to
If
get rid of this
necessary,
line.
A replacement pioneer will be dispatched.
Build an
Work
actual
must
factory
continue.
in a
Replacement
blueprint.
delivery schedule estimate. Error years.
Because I can probably fit one machine, like a whole machine, into a blueprint that will just take the raw input from one limestone node and turn it into a maximum efficiency concrete generator. And once I can do that, I'll never have to really think about concrete again. And as you can see, there's like plenty of, like over there, random limestone nodes. I can just drop one of those on, hook it into the power grid, and then just forget about it. Alright, what was I? Oh yeah, I was expanding my canvas. I'll need to chop down those trees, and then that can wait. I bet I'm gonna run out of plates. Alright, there we go. Bigger canvas. So I have a blueprint for a smelting machine that can smelt 120 ore per minute. And we can just stick that up here later. I have quartz. I can always use more quartz, so I am gonna harvest this. So I need, go into blueprints, tileable constructor. We'll hop up into the command tower. Gonna make it the easiest way to really see what I'm looking at. Oh, not an assembler. Need my tileable constructor. So which ways inputs are coming in that way? Which is probably exactly what I want to do. Outputs are going out that way, which is probably exactly what I want to do. So they're coming in towards us and coming out towards us. Stick that right on the end with some space. We'll stick it right on these. Yeah, right on these. So this will be set to make iron plates. These will make iron plates. We have 4 of them. Which means we're making 60 iron plates a minute. And this needs 120. So yeah, one input with a Mark II line will feed this entire machine here. Then this will go into, I think, 3. So we'll do this, blueprints, Mark I assembler. Which way are these coming in? This is coming in this way. Awesome. Wait. We need space for Maybe I shouldn't have done it in that direction. Maybe what I should have done. Let me gobble all these up real quick. Nope, not the foundation. Because I need to build screws as well. So let's think. I need... Hold on. I think I did some maths wrong. I'm making 10 a minute for one, which needs 60 plates per minute just for the one. But then I just need 3 assemblers being overclocked with plates. So I need a total 160 a minute, which would be 180. I need 180 plates per minute. $180 plates per minute. I need space over here for both nails and plates. So we're going to build them. We're just going to build plates over here. We'll extend it that way for nails, or yeah, we'll extend that way for nails. So I deleted all that just to be putting it back. So let's stick that right there. We need 180 a minute. And on plates, this makes 20 per minute. And it takes 120. So we have one manifold bringing in 120 iron a minute. And it makes 2, 4, 6, 8. Just 80. So I need 100 more. So I would need a lot more. By a lot more, I mean actually not even that many more. I would need a 1.5 more. So let's go do that. Let's go build 1.5 more. Blueprints. Tileable. Yeah, totally core reactor. Tileable constructor. Here's the plan. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. So all these constructors making iron plates. Each of these lines should be able to produce 120, I believe. And I would need 2 lines of 120 a minute. I might need more iron. I might not be able to make it that 100% efficient. Yeah, each of these take 30 iron a minute. I mean, 4 of them is one whole iron vein. Let's see, I need 180 a minute. Output 20. So we need... Actually, we only need, this is 40, 80. That's another 80, it's 160. Yeah, this would be the last one. But let's leave both of these. Let me take a look again. We make, with the overclocked Mark II, 90 a minute. Actually, it's not. Yeah, 90 a minute. I might not be able to overclock my assemblers. I might not have enough. I'm going to have to overclock these. Yeah, this is gonna have to expand out quite a bit. I can stick another row of assemblers. Hopefully there's enough space. How many foundations does this take up? It takes up 3. Well, luckily I can have 3 foundations that way. Let's remove this. And we'll have here's one line. We'll go this way for nails. And we will be overclocking our iron inputs. Let's see. A full overclock will do 150 a minute. So more than I can actually handle. 2 overclocks is 120 per minute. That would be enough. So let's see. These would take 120 a minute. So logistics, and we'll stick that there. This would need to come. Nope. I can probably put a conveyor pole on top, and that'll probably work. What doing? Yeah, because this being another, those 4 outputting another 120 a minute, this conveyor belt can go down to there. Be these 4, and then these 4 would be fed by one last conveyor belt. Do that. Connect this conveyor belt in. And we'll bring this all the way to here, and we'll send it up 1. Oh wow, that's so high up that I can't even get up there. We'll have it, make sure it's in line. There we go. Those are our 3 inputs into this machine, and this is producing far more than we need for plates. That's 20 a minute. Each of these are 80. That's 80, 80, 80. That's more than we need. We need 180 a minute, I believe, to feed all 7 of those. Now we need screws. Let me drop down. Need 60 screws per minute for one of these. So what happens if we put select recipe? Cast screws makes 50 per minute. That doesn't even... What do these need? It's like 60 a minute? Yes, 60 a minute. That is not going to be easy to split up. That's unfortunate, but 2 of these will turn into 100 a minute. 3 of them would turn into... I know how to do that. I would turn 3 of them... Actually, I don't know. How would I turn... I guess I would just overclock it. Let's see. 60 a minute. But I'm gonna need a lot. No. 60 a minute. And then I could do 1. But I'm gonna need all 3 of these that I have on me currently to overclock those nodes. Do 120 a minute. How many do I need? 120? I think just the 2. I think 2 is 120. Yeah, 2 is 120. And that's 1 full conveyor belt. Man. And that's... Hold on. Our smelter's 1-to-1. Iron ingot. 30-minute output. Yeah, okay, smelters are 1-to-1. Really hoping they weren't. I was really hoping smelters were a little more efficient. Because we have 3 iron veins. Oh, we have 4? 1, 2, 3, 4 iron veins. 4 that are 120. I mean, we have 3 just for plates. 3 literally just for the plates. And we have the 2 over there. Oh, is it the gold stuff? Yeah, let's grab more of this. We're gonna break this up real quick. And then just the 2. I might do rods next. Just the 1 over here and the 2. Yeah, okay. We actually have 6. We have 6 to work with. We might not be able to use all 7 of those. I might have to take one down, and we can only use 6. I might do that. And in fact, I'm just going to put one of them on standby. You are not going to be used for now. You're going to be on standby. We're going to pretend we have 6 of these, and that'll also probably make math a little bit easier. And I will disconnect... Let's see. Yeah, this and this splitter. That way, this is just totally ignored once the whole machine goes on. All right, how many rods are we gonna need? 12 per minute. So 24, 42, 60, 66. We might just need one like little mini factory for rods. Let's take a look. How fast are rods made? I think rods are also 20 a minute. Oh, 15? It's 1-to-1. Luckily for me, it's 1-to-1. It's 12 per minute, and I have 6. Let's make sure I'm doing my math wrong. Wrong? Let's make sure I'm doing my math right. 72. It's 72, not 62. What the fuck am I doing? 72. 72 a minute. It's 72. What? How many would I need? I would need 4 and a bit. So we'll make 4. Yeah, we'll just make 4 of them. I still feel like having this overran with the plates is a little bit... it's a little bit wasteful. But I don't know what else to do with the rest of these, right? Because there's... I don't know. But I do know I'll have 2 output lines, and they'll be running at maximum efficiency. And we can hook up these 2 output lines. And I want each of these to be running at 120. Because we need 30 a minute. And that'll be an easy split. I could just run 6 of these. Actually, wait, hold on. Hold on. My math might be different now. Because one unoverclocked, 1 iron plate needs 30 a minute. Which means if I get one, hold on, if I get one side of this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh wait, no, each side of this is making 120 a minute. Okay, yeah, no. Each side of this is going just fine. If I can split that in half, would be two lanes of 60, and then 4 lanes of 30. So I can feed 4 of these to make iron plates. I would have extra reinforced iron plates over here as well. Which means I might actually be able to turn all those on. Let's go ahead, we'll expand over here, and we will make screws. What are you doing going sideways, dog? Alright. We now have some more space. We can do screws. And screws come out pretty quickly last time I checked. Yeah, 50 a minute. So, I mean, if I just drop down 1 tileable constructor. If I drop down 1 tileable constructor right there, that's all. That's 100 and 100 screws on either side per minute. How many do they take? They only take 12 and a half a minute. That's pretty good. Let's see. Can I stick these? See, how far back can that go before it gets in the ground? That's still out of the ground? Yeah, kinda. Then another tileable constructor. Alright. So this is making 800 a minute. With an input of, let's see. With screws, they only take 12 a minute. 12 and a half. Oh, 12 and a half. I think it's actually pretty big. Because over 8 of these, let's see, what is 12 and a half specifically times 8 is 100. Actually, that's totally fine. This would only ever need 1 input. Yeah, this would only ever need 1 input, so I can tie everything together. But it would need 4 different outputs. That's a lot of outputs. Let's go and tie all this together. Not the outputs. The outputs... What are... Okay, this is annoying that I didn't have it totally lined up, but it's whatever. Yeah, 4 outputs, 120 a minute. Or, no, 100 exactly a minute. Because these will make 50 a minute. And it'll take 1 input of 120, and it'll be more than efficient for that. Let's see, we have 400 a minute. No, 800 a minute. These need 60 a minute. I don't think... That's 7.5. Oh, no. 60 divided by 8. 75 per minute. I'd be giving... Wait, what? Hold on. I need 60 screws per minute, right? This is making... This is 100. That's 200. This is 100, 200, 300, 400 a minute. You know, I might just throw another round of constructor in this. So that I'm making 600 a minute. which means I can deliver. Wait. This takes 60, right? It's 60? Yeah, 60 a minute. Yeah. Let's make another constructor, right there, and right here. We'll tie them in. Logistics splitter. Where's my... That's my input. That was not my input. What are we doing? Was I accidentally looking at the merger? That would be embarrassing. Alright, conveyor splitter. Which side is my input? That side is my input. Now conveyor belt, conveyor belt, conveyor belt. So one line of 120 a minute is fine. So I have 3 lines, I have 1 line, and then I hope for... Well, I mean, I have 2 extra lines to fill for rods. I think that's fine. I think that's okay. Alright. So that's 600 a minute. So I can deliver 60 easily to each assembler. I would just need to figure out how to divide them equally into 60 a minute. Because I'll have 6 lines. Let's actually tie these together. Bring this around to the front. And we'll bring this output around the front. And these will run into a merger. Merger. All right. So that's 100, 200, 300, 400. Oh, it's 500. What am I doing? I would need another 4. I would need another 4 for another 200. What am I doing? Yeah, and it's 60 a minute. Let's just not that one. Let's just take this whole everything I just built right here. Let's take this down. We're gonna stick another right in front of that one. We're gonna stick another whole blueprint. Tileable constructor. Now right in front of that one. What? Why won't you go? Oh, the tower's in the way. Alright, I can probably delete the tower now. Blueprints. My tileable constructor. And we will need to give it little tiny bit of space, because ore will need to run from here all the way around. We'll make this go above. No. No. Straight. Actually, you'll need to stay in the air for a minute. Where am I going? Conveyor belts. Yeah, stay up top for me. Until you make it probably about here. And then from there you can just tie right in. Okay, cool, that doesn't look too bad. When that arm moves, it'll mess up this line, but that's okay. I'm not totally getting in the way. Yeah, I'm not totally getting in the way of any outputs. Only slightly. But I believe all these outputs should be on iron plates. All these outputs should be able to run together. Let's see. Because they're 20 a minute. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, one side will all tie into each other to go wherever it needs to go. Wait a minute. Did I? Okay. We're chilling. I think... Yeah, that'll work. So now I have 600 per second output for nails. So that's a total... Yeah, that'll power everything. And let's actually, before I forget, let's get everything tied in together. I will definitely forget to do this at some point. Get those tied in. These tied in. Come on. Select the thing. What are we doing? Those are tied in. And that one can just run over here to this one. Alright. And if I stop falling... Help, I've fallen, I can't get up. Alright. That is all of our nails and all of our plates. Oh man, and I'm totally running out of space. So... let's build over this way. We're going to set up our... We're going to set up our structures just to make the reinforced iron plates. I think I'll need some kind of a balancer. I don't know how to feed all of the assemblers. I really don't know what I would do. Because I need... These come out 50 at a time. I can stick 2 of them together and it's 100. But I can't stick 2 of them together and then make... Actually, what I could probably do... I stick... I don't know, man. So I'm limited by the conveyor belt, which... If I... put... I might be able to put 3 lines together. I put 3 lines together, that would be wasting 30 a second. Man, this is going to be rough. Let me think about it. 'Cause I need a way. How many assemblers do I need? Let's figure that out real quick. These make 5 a minute, right? They make 5 per minute. And these only need 3 a minute. So 6 times 3, that's 18, right? No, 21. I mean, I need 5. I need 5, and that would leave me some extra. I need 5 assemblers. Let's go put 5 assemblers. Blueprint, a tileable assembler. Let's go put that up. We'll put 5 of them. Stick that right on the edge. I think that's about right. And that gives us plenty of space for inputs and outputs. We can have, yeah, the output just run down and then over to those assemblers. Now I need more space so I can throw down, and I'm out of plates. Go grab some plates. I love the lack of fall damage that happens in this game. That would just like kill you in other games, but I can take that jump and not worry about it. Although maybe one day I should throw a jump pad down, and maybe today is that day. Can I jump pad all the way up top? Maybe that was a little closer. I could. How do I activate it? Oh, it needs power. Look at that. Let's power line into anything. Okay. Can't really adjust my momentum in air, so I can't. Going to have to genuinely be able to send me. Can I build it on the hub? If I can build it on the hub, that might give me just enough space. Or just enough height. Let's try this. Can't build it on the hub. That's disappointing. Can I build it right here? Yep, look at that. Now we can tie it in right there. Alright. Scotty, beam me up. Amazing. Foundations, and we build this out. It's probably more space than I'm going to need, but we can change all of that after the fact. All right. And now I need one more row of assemblers. Let's just drop this in. Is it? Come on, be lined up. Something's lined up there, and I can't tell what. Come on. Work for me. That's gotta be it. Oh man, I'm killing myself. It's not lined up. Although it does work. Watch this. I can tie that line in there. This line in here. And it works. Although I have 6 of these. And one of these inputs from the nails is going to have to come in pretty much separately on its own through each line. 100 per minute. Oh wait, I have 600. I have 600 per minute. This only needs 6 per minute. And I have 6 lines of 100. I only need 5 lines of 100 to overcap that. I'm gonna have more nails than I need. I think what I'll do is these lines. can delete these lines. These will also probably be deleted. So each of these... This is 6. So this is also going to produce more reinforced plates than I need, which is actually good. I could throw a storage unit or 2 down here, and I'll have... Not only I'll have the modular frames, I'll have the reinforced plates in bulk. I'll have the regular plates in bulk. I'll have nails in bulk. I'll have probably rods in bulk. Because this is... I'd be very surprised this runs at 100% efficiency. Actually, I know it's not going to because of that over there. Alright, what I'm going to do... is this is one output, right? I have one output here. No, this is one output. We're going to run these lines. We're going to get them in the air. The lines of nails are going to get in the air. And that can... Come on. I want to do... That... Bring you on your way down. We can delete this. Actually, no. Don't come down. Stay in the air. Conveyor belt. Line that up at a 90 degree. Stay all the way in the air and then come down. There we go. Now we just got to do that 6 times. Now, luckily, one of these is going to be... Actually, I was about to say one of these is going to be kind of easy. It's not. It's not going to want to go in the air. I can delete that. And hopefully this will just auto-connect. What? What did I just do? Oh, I have to upgrade... Oh, these aren't even... Wait. Why did that have to get upgraded? Did I not? Oh, are none of these tier 2? What was I doing when I built this? Well, that's something I'm gonna have to work on. Alright, now this is another 100 per minute. Bring this over to... Not down. What am I doing? Yeah, running these lines is gonna be... It's gonna be a job. It's gonna be a job and a half. That in the air. How did I not line that up? What am I doing? Conveyor belt. There we go. And I want everything here to be high enough that I can just walk underneath all these conveyor belts. Why is this going that way? Oh, because I'm looking from underneath. That's how a conveyor belt works. Now I gotta do the same here. I have to drop the conveyor pole first. Otherwise, it's apparently not going to want to work. Conveyor belts. Get up there. That is a crazy angle. What the crap? I can't believe that works. That is insane the way that works. Alright, now we just bring this 90 degrees. Pretty much in line with this one. Stay at that height. Then we bring it in line with this one. Staying at the same height. I didn't keep it 90 degrees, but whatever. And then we bring it down. And look at that. Now we just have 2 more? Yeah, 2 more to line up. This is going to be easy. This one will actually look nice. This one will come around. About here. And it can just auto line up, hopefully. Yeah. Then it can auto line up. And this one will do the same thing as we did over there. Line that up. Do this. That. Then bring this just straight. Bring it up. Then at this point, bring it. We do a nice 90 degree right there. Another nice 90 degree once it gets lined up. Yeah, and then it just goes in. Look at that. So those are all being fed 110 a minute. We're going to be overcapped on screws. Which is fine. Oh, you know what I would have done? If I was smart, I would have thrown storage units on all of those. But it's whatever. It's whatever. Not that big a deal. Now I think for plates, because it's 120 a minute out of each side of my plates, I will just run this one all the way to out here. And then from here, I'll stick it up in the air. Kind of a slow grade up in the air, because... Actually, why? Why am I going to stick it up in the air? I don't know. But for basic plates... I do know I want a couple storage units for my basic plates. So I'll go, it's organization. It always trips me up that it's an organization. Can I not stick this underneath? I can, look at that. Do one there. Can I stick this one? I bet I can stick it right in line here. I can stick a storage container on the ground. Okay, actually I can't. My spaghetti noodles of lines are just... they're crazy. Logistics conveyor belt. This will come through here. Actually, this one will go over the top of this and then connect into here, and then this one will go around and connect there. This far one, where's the one? Yeah, this far one will come around here. You know what? I could probably do this line of nails a lot better than the way I'm doing it. Because it's really like that spaghetti noodles is just awful. Now this can come all the way down here, staying in line into this one, and then from
here, it will not connect into there. But it will come and run directly into that. There we go. Now let's see, this closer output for plates will come around and go above the storage unit. Alright, this was all looking so good until I needed a line for each one of these conveyor belts. Or not conveyor belts, each one of the nail outputs. And then it just became completely unmanageable. But it's gonna work. It's going to work. Now I've got plate storage. I'd like to have nail storage as well, but I have so many nails just sitting around over at my base. Alright, now each of these make reinforced iron plates. Reinforced iron plates. Reinforced iron plates. Nope, not that. Reinforced iron plates. That one's already set. One is set. And its output finally get tied directly in. And that can go into this straight one. In fact, let's even go ahead and just wire that up. Wire this back up so that it is... I am running 7 of these. Because I will have more... It's 3... Wait. If I'm running 7, I need 21 per minute. I'd be running 25 with the 6 of the 30 with the 6 of these. Yeah, I'd be running more than I need. So I can tie that 7th one back in. So this can be easily the plates. Let's figure out screws. Let's tie this in. I'll need that to stay straight. Come all the way down here. And that can tie in. Awesome. Now this can be rods. This whole side here can be rods. In fact, how many rods a second do we need? We need 12. 12 times 7 is 84. We only need 84. In fact, I can just build... Yeah, right here I can build something. Actually... Oh, crap. Is that even a good idea? Because I might need the 2... I might want the 2 over there. Yeah. Because the 2... veins over there are probably what I'm gonna want to use to power this. Let me get some height so I can look at what I'm doing. Blueprints, tileable constructor. I'll have to fit that way.
I bet that works. And it does barely give me enough space. I got the ground coming into my factory here. All right, rods. You take 15 a minute. You make 15. So this whole thing makes 60. Means I need a second one. It takes 60. It needs 60. We're just gonna make it 120. We're gonna have extra. And unfortunately, the ground's gonna just be part of this factory. Actually, I don't have to do that. I can just build a little higher up. Yeah. A little higher up. Let's do that. Let's deselect you. Let's delete all this. And all this. Alright. And now we have space up top where... Okay, even though the ground is still coming in the factory. And it's a little better. That's probably enough space. Let's see. Blueprints. Fileable constructor. Oh, it doesn't even fit. I need this next row. Which also means I need to stick another one up. Actually, can I... Will a 1 millimeter work? Or 1 meter work? Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, we're gonna stick another 1. So, a 2. Yeah, I got space for that. And then a 1. So we're essentially we got 3. Man, the game's clipping is just terrible. It's like building blocks inside of blocks right now. Alright. Now we got that. Got a pull right in the middle, that's whatever. Blueprints. Fileable constructor. Gonna build one there. And we're gonna build another one lined directly up with it. There we go. Just hook everything in. Now this just needs one line of 120 a minute, and it will make rods. I love how simple the rods were. And this output just come and find itself very easily. Oh, look at that, lined up with that. Awesome. Wow, I love this part of the factory right here. Great, fantastic, works amazingly. Trying to get those assemblers figured out. Not nearly as easy. Let's also run some power. Power will go there. I think it's out of my reach. There to there. That's all of them lined up. Are these... Yes, these do have wires. They are going.
Alright. Now we need to do an output for this. These will be making modular frames at 2 per minute. Which means there's 7 of them, it'll make 14 a minute. Which is not a lot by any stretch of the imagination. What we'll do with them is we'll just stick them in a couple of storage units. So let's grab organization storage container. We will line 1. I guess only 1 up. I was gonna line 2 up, which is be totally overkill for how much we're making. Oh, I guess I need rods. Okay. Guess we're going back for rods. I should throw a storage container on that as well. Where's it going? Oh yeah, rods. That's what I was coming here for. Grab some more rods. And go find my jump pad. Love that jump pad. It makes that that whole run a little bit more bearable because now I'm running downhill. In fact, it might be worth it to stick another one up here. How far will this jump pad? If I put a jump pad here, how far can it take me? And it actually seems pretty limited on its distance. I'm gonna not build one. All right, we're gonna break this and put a storage unit where it just was. Which does mean that's no longer so nicely lined up, but I'd rather be... Actually, we can do this, and it'll still be nicely lined up. Look at that. I hate this side of the factory. I hate everything about these lines. This is beautiful. This, and then the input for these is amazing. In fact, the plates as well was amazing. It's just the screws. The screws just totally ruined the whole vibe. So I can't manifold the screws and have to use balancers and whatnot. All right, what else do we need? We need inputs. So now I have 120 per minute smelter. Which side's my input? That's my output. This side's my output. So we will just drop this here. Let's go grab a power line. Let's actually bring power over here. If I can connect, that'd be awesome. Connect. Oh, I need to do this. Connect. And then I can connect this in here. Now I can run power. Once I hook that in, I think everything should turn yellow. Let's actually hook the whole grid up. Why are the 3 of these might not be it? They're not told what to make yet. That would do it. These are probably also not told what to make yet. Yep, they're not. Make iron rods. Make iron rods. Make iron rods. Like iron rods. There we go. And that can come over here. And then this can get wired in to there, and this can get wired into here. And then we can conveyor belt into our input. And this needs to get overclocked to be twice, to be 120 a minute. Tell all these to make iron. I need to come down here and then connect this in. Alright, there we go. That should be rods being made. Now we need 4. Why are these? What's going on here? Oh, they don't know what to do yet. Now I need 1 input for screws. Yeah, I need 1 input for screws. Where are all the veins? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. In fact, I can disable. I don't need to make 5 more of them. What I do need is 4 tier 2 miners. Look at that. Modular frames. The thing we are building a factory for. For a second, I totally forgot we had that second input there. I bet I have some made, but not a lot. I'd be surprised if it was 40. It's actually currently none. Give them some rods. Take these. Put these in there. So I can start getting made. Let me take all of these rotors out and store them in a rotor box. Nope. You're the rotor box. Yep, look at that. And let's see. I want to empty this, totally empty the storage box. So we need come in here and grab these. And these. It's this. Okay, that sort button does not sort out. Only sorts in, I guess. Alright, how many blue power slugs do I have? Because I'm going to need a lot of them. I might not have enough. Actually, I do have a yellow one, which I think provides me another 2. Let's see. I need 2 for each miner. So I had 3 more just for the plates, which means that is 6. I need to go find 2 more bugs. Let's not go that way, because I know it's that way. It's going to tell me that yellow one. Let's go find 2 more bugs real quick. Is there even one? Apparently not. There's not one for a minute.
Just that direction. Got our first little sign of life. We're going towards it. We're running. We're running. Oh, don't tell me it's going to be a yellow one in all this gas. Yeah, it's a yellow one inside all this gas, isn't it? Yep. Well, let's keep going. Maybe there's a blue one. Is there a blue one up there? That's what I'm going to assume. Is there a way to climb, or do I just gotta make a ladder? Looks like I just gotta make a ladder. Alright, let's make one big-ass ladder. That's gonna have to work for now. We will just, as we go, keep extending it. Alright, and we're at the top. But we're not at the top of the ladder. Where is this thing? It's on top of this rock. Oh crap, it's a purple one. Well, I'm glad I found a purple. I almost fell all the way off the rock. Glad I found a purple one, but it doesn't actually help me overclock my miners. Wait a minute. I can't even get this. It's in the rock here. Okay, what a waste of my time. See if I can drop onto the ladder. Nope, obviously not. Can I get on the? There we go. The ladders in this game just don't like to work, do they? Let's delete these as we get down here. Well, I really thought this would come in handy for finding more power slugs, but apparently not. I can't even get that yellow one, because I can't make a gas mask. Oh, is that a den? It is, look at that. Oh, there's a yellow one in there. Ah, look at that. I got what I need. I don't know why I was about to start mining limestone. Do not need no limestone. Wow, look at dude, look at this down here. I can't wait till I can make a much bigger blueprint. I can just make a building that will make like one thing. You know, I'll make a building, it'll make like nails, and I can make multiple buildings for nails. Or I can make a whole building, it'll make like. So all I gotta do is like feed one input of raw material into the building, and then it'll just output whatever I need. But I need to be able to build a much bigger blueprint to be able to do that. Alright. Now that should be all 6, or not all 6, all 8 power shards. How are my modular frames doing? I know I need more steel pipe.
Still not quite enough of those. And let's see, I need steel beams and concrete. Go make a couple more of the encased industrial beams, and I'm gonna set this to just make. And I'm gonna go for a quick bio break. All right, I'm back. Do I got enough beams? Cool, that is luckily enough beams. Let's make 8 portable miners. And then I hope the modular frames are done at that point. Dude, this is such a stupid step to building the mining machines. Like, why is this a step? Why am I sitting there doing that? Why can't I just build the miner? Ridiculous. Alright, let's check the progress on our beams. Wow, our frames. These are all kinds of slow. I'm glad I'm making the factory for them. Let's see. Let me check the progress on other stuff. What else can I learn at the moment? Oh, I can get Logistics Mark III. Expanded Power Grid. I'm limited by... Oh, I can probably complete this right now, to be entirely honest. Let's see. I grab these, and in here, a couple of those. Now look, I can complete the Logistics Mark III. Look at that. What else can I do right now?
Milestone reached.
I mean,
Improved
I
storage
could make
containers and
this,
the
but
conveyor belt Mark III provide the
opposite
obviously
here.
necessary tools for improving your current setup. Production speed is of the essence after all. So work hard. Work as if every person you have ever or will ever love is depending solely on the choices that you make. Because they are.
How is the
Warning.
grid?
Fix-it
1200.
psychologists recommend not dwelling on the crushing mental and physical strain of your responsibilities and simply continuing to be productive. Hard work has repeatedly proven
I
to
wonder
be
why
the
my
best cure
max
for any kind of
consumed...
stress. Now back to work.
Like, why are all my machines only working at half efficiency? I thought a lot of these were way more efficient. Like, I know these aren't that efficient. These are hardly ever running efficiently. Do I got my frames? 2 frames. I need 2 frames. I need to wait 1 minute. I know that's running efficiently. That's running maximally efficiently. Look at all that. Look at all that iron just being sent. I really wish someday I can get like a thing to filter out excess. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take all this iron. I'm gonna go throw it into the sink. Can I throw stuff directly into the sink? No, I can't. I do have to throw it into here first. Like, yeah, what I would love to do is just have all my excess, like have 1 or 2 storage boxes on a machine, and then all of the excess production from that machine. What is happening here? That is so funky. Have all the excess go directly into a sink so that I can keep making coupons. So I do need in here, like, these sloped walls so I can make roofs. That'd be nice. I'm sure there's stuff in the customizer I might want. Let's see. Management. I'm sure some of this would be nice. This would be nice to be able to build. Let's grab that right now. Print out all of our coupons. All of our 1 coupons. We'll take that coupon. We'll build conveyor, floor hole. We'll add this to cart. We will buy all. Now, I think what we can do, if I build a wall here, let's see. Build a wall. Where is the architecture? Conveyor. Hole. I have no rods on me. But I'll be able to do that, and that'll make sense as to why there's a conveyor belt going through a wall. And then I can actually build walls around this factory if I wanted to. Which I might take down level 1 of. I do have a factory over that's making almost everything we make in here. Or I might just change what's being made up top. Need some rods. Let's go stick. Here we'll do this. We can stick that wall up. And we can do this. And we can wall off that, that, and that. If we can do one of these. And one of... What? One of...
I guess not. Oh, wait, that's not even lined up. Hold on. There we go. Actually, it's coming at such an angle, it's never going to be lined up, I think. Oh, yeah, well, when I build stuff in the future, I gotta keep that in mind. Alright, now we can... Not in there. Here. Grab the last of these. There we go. And some steel pipe, and I can go make... Where's the pipe? There's the pipe. Now I can go make the miners. What? Why didn't that send me all the way up? Send me all the way up. Why are you failing to send me? You have one job. There we go. You have one job. Get me up top. And it failed to do it 3 times. I might as well have just ran. Alright. What? How are... Oh, what the crap. Alright, that was a dumb mistake. We can do... Not conveyor belt Mark 3, conveyor belt Mark 2. I don't need that many materials yet. We'll hook this up. Okay, we do have to fix the fact that this output isn't going to be outputting. Come on, stop trying to connect. There we go. Why won't you... Oh, too steep? Too steep? Okay, whatever. Come through the container. Now we'll add a merger. Where's my merger? There's my merger. Hope that's far back enough for my conveyor belt. No. Let's see. Merger. Like forgetting where all my stuff is. Conveyor belt. I'm not trying to use Mark III. What am I doing? Do that. And there we go. Now that's actually feeding rods. So I probably have to come through here and take out... Yeah. Take out all these irons. You gotta be kidding me. I'll probably have to do this. Work. Oh, crap. I just upgraded that to the Mark III, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, yeah, these are the ones that aren't upgraded, so this is actually gonna be fast. Can I reach in there and grab the iron? Nope. Not Mark III, Mark II. There we go. Now let me grab all this iron off the conveyor belt. All this iron off this conveyor belt. Ah, that was a big, dumb, stupid mistake. Okay. Now... Cool. I have to delete this one. Mark II. And there you go. I can upgrade that one. I can upgrade these ones. But apparently not that one. Not a Mark III. What are we doing? Can't upgrade those ones. Alright, there we go. Nope. Missed all these, somehow. Cleaning these up. Grab our Mark II. Alright, fantastic. We have fixed our inputs on this side. Now let's grab the 3 inputs for our iron. And we need one, I think just one input for the nails, the screws. Let me get rid of all this iron ingots. Don't need it, don't want it, don't care about it, never want to think of those. And this, and I'll be able to build all of my miners. Alright. Production, 1 miner, another miner, another miner, and the last miner. Right in front of each miner, I will build a 120. I need more plates. Saw that coming. Needing more of something. Alright. Plates. Grab 300 of them, just to be safe. I also need some power. Grab some power off of this. 1 and 2, and then down here we'll go 1 and 2. In fact, I actually needed another one. Alright, let's see. We have input on that side. Do I have space to build this, though? Let me get to some high ground. See if I necessarily have space to drop one just right in front of each. I don't really. So for number 1, we'll do this. You go higher. You not. Number 1, we'll do that. Number 2, we'll do this. Number 3 can go, I hope, like right here. Perfect. And number 4, you go higher. If I drop a foundation, I can probably get it. Yep, there we go. Now conveyor belt out, and actually no, that won't even fit. Let me turn this splitter. I can turn that splitter so that this will come out. Just dog. Stop being such a fucking diva. Oh my god. Alright. Now we have our 1 splitter. The output's going to be on this side. You get lined up with both of these? Now... Okay. Let's just move that. Probably easier to move the miner. Production. Miner Mark II. We'll have it come out that way, which will give me more space. Connect that. There we go. I don't even need all these storage boxes that I've got on there. Why does that have no power? Thought I hooked that up to here. I did not. Have one of these. Yep, that should be providing power. I gotta tell all these what to mine, or what to process. I can delete that, and this, and that. Alright, there we go. Now we have line 1. What are you not... What are you not producing for? No power. How do you have no power? My power grid go down? Oh, these have no power. That's not tied in. That would do it, wouldn't it? Let's make sure this gets tied in. Let's make sure that one gets tied in. Tell all these that they're making iron. And we will double overclock this. Now the input for this needs to come around. Input for this needs to come around. Let's get this one tied into the grid. By doing this, I'll tell these what to make. We'll get this double overclocked. Oh, I will have to move this. I think it'll have to come out, yeah, like this way. Logistics, conveyor belt, there. Cool, there we go. Double overclock it, fill it up, get it tied into the power grid. Alright, let's get your output. Where is your output? This is your input. Output's over here. Your output's actually over there. Bring your output here. We're going to use a conveyor lift. Get that over. And we'll bring this around, and it needs to line into the nails. Or the screws. There we go. Now we have a highway of screws. Look at that. This should be outputting 120 a minute, which should be enough for all of the screws. Why are these not going? Have I not told them what to do yet? Should be lined up. Oh, none of it's connected, yeah. There we go. now that's connected. Let's go run this output from here. Gonna come down. Just tie it into that. It's the last output. Need to tell this. This one overclocked. This one's not overclocked. Let's overclock it. Gotta tell them what to make. Make some iron. Make some iron. Make some iron. We're gonna delete that and this and this. We'll take the conveyor belt and we'll run it all the way down. Oh, throw it onto the last one. There we go. That should be everything for the entire machine to work. I see nails coming out. I see plates. I like seeing my plates and my nails coming. That means those are working. Why are there no nails coming out of this one? These are working. They're just... I guess they just come out in these bursts. Why is this not coming out 100% efficiently? This should be coming out as fast as possible. Did I do something wrong on this? That is overclocked. It's making 120 a minute. I think I can tell you. Actually, no, I can't. For a second, I thought I knew. I actually don't. I mean, that might be it, but I don't think it is. It could just be that they're not fully populated. But even so, if it's the nails aren't 100% efficient, that's okay, because this is... If they're like 80% efficient, I'm still running these assemblers at 100% efficiency. As it should be. Running some of them well. Oh, let's take a look at the end of our factory. Rods are doing great. I have no plates being outputted. What is... Oh, crap. One of these making nails. Make iron plates. Are any of those... Are any more of these making nails? Well, I'm going to have to pick... Oh, crap. Well, this whole line might be... Wait. Oh, it's gonna auto sort. Cool, look at that. Looks like it's auto sorting the nails. Cool. We're fine. We're chilling. As long as no more of these. Hey, look, those are our first two... They make 3 at a time, don't they? Yeah, they make... Oh, they make 5 per minute, not 5 at a time. Well, I definitely have something going on. But I did use a lot of manifolds. I wonder if, and I think it's the nails are being held back, because you can see these nails are not, they're idle. They're idle. But I am using, I'm using a lot of manifolds, so it could very well be these just need time to populate and to spool up to 100% efficiency. So like this, yeah, these two are not. If this one has to reach 100% or 100 ore, or the next one does, it's just maybe my smelter should be using balancers rather than a manifold. Well, let's see. Oh, this one is. Take this off standby. Stick this on modular frames. There we go. Maybe I should have wired these in the reverse order, where the plates are the ones that go. But the plates should be running more than enough once this fully populates. Like, why are these? Yeah, these nails are running behind. Maybe I should run a second input for the nails. I can do that. I can run half of them, and then those 4. Yeah, what if I take out... Yeah, this input. Yeah, look at that. One going. How many do these make a minute? It's 12.5, and how many I got? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. I need more. So this line needs to be fed by its own. This one doesn't even need to be overclocked. Let's take this out. We're gonna run this backwards. That'll help the nails. It's a good thing we have one more vein. What are we doing? Go straight. Oh, is that straight? I guess that is straight. Yeah, we have the one last iron vein right here. So we're using all the iron veins. But luckily for me, I don't think that one has to be overclocked. Because it's 12 and a half, and it's only 4. Let me do some math. 12 and a half times 4. I only need to be able to make 50 a minute, and it makes 60. So, yeah, we're chilling. What do I need for another miner? Reduction, Mark II. I need more frames and 2 more portable miners. I really hope I have more frames up here being made. Or more done being made. Ah, it's so cloudy. Yeah, what happened to the big orbital platform? Oh, it's so cloudy I can't see it. You can see lights on it. Look at that. Yep, I got 20 more modular frames, and I'll throw some rods and plates in there. I got the concrete reinforced beams. Nice slide. What are we doing? What are we doing? All right, miner, and then blueprints. 120 smelter is going to be totally overkill. I'll just stick it down here. Let's get this wired into the grid. Alright, and that's making 60 a minute. And that's enough. Bring this over here. Bring it over here so it has space to drop down. Too steep? Yeah, I figured. Alright, now we can remove this. And then these. And we just take... Before we do that, let's get these... Knowing what they're supposed to be doing. And then we'll run this all the way over. Let's run it right up against the foundation. In a mostly straight line. Before we connect it up. Alright. And that's going to the last bit of... Oh, this is backed up. I love seeing that. You know if they're backed up that they're running efficiently. Either that or something went wrong. Let's see. Oh, this is coming from the last two, which is yeah. They do need the most time to spool up. Alright, let's go look at our... end of the machine. Okay, so this hasn't those... They're going to take a minute to populate. Let's see, how many frames do we now have? Oh, I didn't even hook that up. What am I doing? What am I doing? I put the box. I didn't hook up anything to it, though. Alright, there we go. Oh, look at those. Look at them go. Yeah, those conveyors were a little backed up. Although I feel like I don't have a lot. I do not have many of them. This was a lot of stuff to build that one item. And I feel like it wasn't the most efficient way to do it. Why are those two? Now this one's sitting on standby. And that's sitting on standby. That one's sitting on standby. This one's sitting on standby. Why exactly? They're not getting enough iron. It's just these front two need to populate faster. Now this is what makes balancers more superior. Is you know that everything's getting the right amount of materials. With manifolds, you end up with those, like the last two in the chain of 4 there are getting significantly fewer resources. So until these two are backed up, these two are going to be constantly behind. Let's see, this is... Wait, where's this raw iron going? Nowhere. That's where. That would help, is if we have our raw iron for these actually going somewhere. That'll help. Oh, all those conveyor belts are just... They're so painful. This side's nice. This side, the rods, those are all kinds of nice. But our inputs, yeah. The smelters,
Our inputs are nothing special. This machine, this big factory, all just to make one tiny little frame. One of these, and I've got 30 already. I think all that there's left to do is to wait. Just keep waiting. And eventually, everything's going to populate at max speed. And then once it's fully populated, it'll actually go. Like, what's not... Of course, the last one in the chain is not, but it's not... Is this one ever going idle? No, it doesn't look like it's going idle. If it's not going idle, I think that's a good sign. Yeah, this isn't going idle either. As long as these 6 aren't going idle, I don't care what's happening over there. All I need is these 6 running at maximum efficiency. That is not a lot of plates. But they're not idling, which is good. Those don't idle, and we're chilling. They make 5 per minute. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 per minute. And then the 7 of these... The 7 of these need 3... Yeah, there's 7 a minute. No, 3 a minute. So, 3, 6, 9, 12... 15, 18, 21. So we're making 30 a minute. That's consuming 21. We are mad chilling on those. I think we have to wait for these to fully populate. But we can help that out. We can help them out. We can fill this in. So now this will get overloaded. The next couple times that these go in, they're going to stop. And that's the biggest... That is the problem with manifolds, is watching your machine not running at 100% efficiency until everything spools up. I should have done this on both sides. Maybe that's what I should do. I should redesign my modular thing. Actually, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that at all. But the difference with manifolds and balancers would need, like, all that space. All that space, at the very least, to run balancers. Wow, those rods are filling up pretty quickly. I'm going to take some of these rods and make coupons out of them. Let's go do that. And all we really have to do is wait. We wait for that to fill up and become more efficient, and then we're just chilling. Literally just chilling. And then I have to figure out, what do we need to build all this other stuff? Oh, I have to pull it up in a assembler. What do I need for these? I need more of this. More of that. Alright, let's pull up my spare assembler. I want to see, what do we need? Versatile frames. And I need, yeah, the modular frames for those. Automated wiring. I need the stators. Those are, looks pretty. And then the smart plating. It needs both reinforced iron plates and rotors. And man, that's gonna be, it's gonna be like a job. Although what I may do, instead of building another factory like that, I may rework this top level, take this top level down, and rework it. Or just add another section somewhere over here.
I really don't want to take this down because I got my plates going. Although everything I have being made over here, I have being made over there. So I could just take this down. Although I'm not making rotors. What do we need for rotors? Just screws and rods, right? Something like that. Let's see. Rotors. Yeah, screws and rods. That's it. Maybe I just make it a third level. And all I'll do on that third level is I'll put storage units, 2 storage units, into a couple of assemblers. And I'll just fill those storage units with whatever I need to make them craft something. So then I can just take... Oh, I need rotors. What is it? It was like rotors and something. Or like I need to make these stators. I can just make stators on demand without having to go and make a whole big factory like I just did for the modular frames. But the modular frames and encased industrial beams, I know I'll need a lot for everything. So I think I do want to make a machine for the encased industrial beams. Because I'm already needing a lot of those. Which makes me think, if I come back here, let's go grab... If I can't get everything, let's go grab at least a lot of the stuff from our steel plant. I can also upgrade that to Mark II, because the iron is what's keeping us back. The lack thereof, actually. What do we got over here? Yeah, we got... Let's take as much as I can. We'll take it home. In fact, I'm gonna throw all that to make in the sink to make coupons. Do these two dudes just live here? They'll always be spawning in that spot right there specifically. I think so. What I do need to do is I need to check the power grid. How much power did that do? Wow, that added a ton to our power grid. In fact, I need to throw another reactor down before I build another thing on that size. Which luckily I can do that. I definitely have the space for it. What was it doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna throw a bunch of this. All these rods can go into a sink. Those can go into a sink. Those can go into a sink. These can all go into the sink. That can go in the sink. Those can go in the sink. We'll sink those. We'll sink these. Don't want to sink those yet. Cool. I'm just going to delete grass. Don't need grass no more. Let's see. Food items can go in there. Animal parts can go in there. Yeah, the quartz can go in there too. Alright, so yeah, I have a definite plan for next time I'm on is to build tier 3 to this. Tier 3 will be just on-demand assemblers to assemble whatever I need. So, I'm going to keep this running because it's keeping me full of plates and rotors, and I need plates and rotors, and I'm going to keep needing plates and rotors. I need plates and rotors and modular frames as, like, seems like tier 1, I guess more tier 2 items. So I guess, like, tier 1 would be, like, the basic plates and the screws and the rods and the wire. Probably cable as well can be considered tier 1. Yeah, but this whole monstrosity is... Oh, look at that. Already got a lot of frames. I think this was a good idea. This is going to keep us up on frames. Downstairs keeps us up on plates and rotors. I think what I should do... Maybe I don't build that up on top. Maybe I build that somewhere else. I'll build, like... Maybe we can build it over here. Or up there. I don't know. I don't really know where I want to build it. Maybe I do build it up top. I'll have a third layer that's just a couple of assemblers for on-demand building of whatever I need built on demands. I can have 2 rows and then 2 just input storage containers. I just fill the storage containers up with whatever I need. I wonder why these are blue. Oh, blue gets overclocked? I don't know. Well, I think I'm gonna be calling it for the day. I have stuff I gotta go do. And there's a lot of things I wanna work on this, but I can't really do any of them currently. I don't have time. I would love to build second layer and then put assemblers, on-demand assembly machines. And I think that's gonna be my next thing I'm gonna do. And this monstrosity of a workshop, I don't think I'm ever gonna be taking down. I'm gonna leave it here. This is like my gigafactory, but it's not a gigafactory. It's like a mini factory. And I don't think I'm gonna fully enclose it either. It's gonna be like this semi-open floor plan. It's gonna be this way for the whole game. All right, and that's it for today, boys. I guess I'll see y'all next stream.